and it has loads of grapes this year. This bed has exploded. You guys, do you see what I see? Welcome back to Mocha Homestead. Excuse the noise. I am actually putting water in the chicken waterer right now. I usually refill this once a week and give them some fresh, clean water. So I am going to go in the garden today, and I was going to work on the irrigation, but I think I want to save that until a day when it is actually cooler outside, because it's pretty hot in the heat. So what I am just going to do is just water all the plants and show you guys what everything is looking like. So this is my sweet pepper bed. I have a couple of sunflowers here in the back that have germinated, but I had these extra peppers. I believe these are peppers, yes. I had some peppers that I went ahead and planted in this bed. They are looking a little light yellow, but they are doing better than they were when I got back from out of town, because they were not being watered. I don't have irrigation to this bed yet, so I have to come out and hand water, and I was not here to hand water. However, they turned light green because it was raining every day, like torrential rain, and I believe it zapped all of the nutrients out of this bed. So I'm going to deeply water this one, and then I will show you the next bed. This next bed, I have 2 squash in it, and they are also looking a little light green for the same reasons. A lot of my vegetables and plants are looking light green, but I have added some worm castings around the root area of the plants, and I'm hoping that will help put the nutrients back as it rains and as I water, to see how, I mean, they're looking a lot better than they were before. So it looks like it's helping some, but of course this takes a little bit of time. What I want to do on the weekend, I have a 10-10-10 fertilizer that I want to add to this bed to see if that will help perk them up. It is actually a liquid fertilizer. I do have some fish emulsion, but I want to do the 10-10-10 fertilizer and then come back in maybe in 2 weeks and follow up with the fish emulsion. So we'll see, but they are looking pretty okay. I mean, it looks better than it did when I got home. So we'll see if this helps. This is I believe this is my lime tree. Yeah, I believe this one it's either my lemon or my lime tree. I have 2 of them sitting next to each other. I actually put this one in a gorilla cart to make it easier for me to take it in my garage for the winter and be able to water it and not have to water it so often, because this will keep it will keep the soil pretty damp. And it looks like that was actually my lemon tree, because I have a green tag around this one that tells me it's my lime tree. So these trees were looking pretty bad when I brought them out from the winter, because in the winter time they drop all of their leaves in my garage, but they are starting to fill out pretty well, and I think they are actually loving these gorilla carts. So that was a good move for me to put these in the gorilla carts, especially because I won't have to pick them up and put them on a cart when it's time to go in the garage. I can just roll them in individually and have them sit there. So this is my nectarine tree that I just got this year. As you can see, it's already starting to put on some leaves. So I'm hoping that it will maybe give me some fruit in a couple years. I'm not expecting anything this year, of course, because I just bought it and planted it this year. But I'm pretty excited about it being here. It is a dwarf tree, I believe. Yes. It is a dwarf tree, so it's not supposed to get that big. I do have plans to put my trees in the ground eventually, but I'm still trying to make the decision on where to place them, and then, but when I do decide, I will definitely keep you posted. This is a cherry tree, I believe. Let's look. Let me see. Nope. This is actually a Honeycrisp apple tree. And if you can see, let me step back some. It is actually doing well. I need to spray. Let me spray some of these bugs off. It looks like it was infested with some kind of black bug. I don't know what it is, but they got to get off my tree. I don't know where my ladybugs went, or if these are even bugs that the ladybugs would eat, but we are spraying this tree off. I don't know if you can see, if you can't see it, but there's some tiny black bugs on the undersides of the leaves, and if somebody knows what that is, then please let me know so I can try to combat that. But they are mostly gone now because I've sprayed it with the water. I try not to use very many things on my plants because I try to do more of the natural supporting the ecosystem. And by the way, this is one of the 2 elderberries that I have. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. This is one of the 2 elderberries that I have. I think it's a York elderberry. Moving over to here, this is actually my sweet cherry tree. It is a black tartan sweet cherry tree. I bought this tree as well this year, and so I'm not expecting it to do much, but if you can tell, it does have some green leafing on it, so I'm excited about that. And I need to get a pollinator for this tree. So I've been looking around. If you have anywhere that has reasonably priced cherry trees, then let me know, because I am in the market for one. This is my other apple tree. Let me tell you what kind of apple this is. This is a Fuji apple tree. And this one does not have those bugs on it. I'm wondering if I need to move my tree, but this one does not have those black bugs that were just on the other tree. This bed has 2 zucchini in it, and then it's surrounded by a bunch of flowers, some marigolds, some zinnias, some calendula, but only 2 of the, I think I planted 5 seeds. Only 2 of the 5 seeds in this bed actually germinated. So I may come out and plant more seeds because I have been killing the dreaded squash bug already. And my plants have not started to do anything. So it's fine. I will keep trying every year to grow squash. And one day, the squash vine borers will give up, I'm hoping, or I will figure out a way to combat them. I was told to plant some calendula and things around it, and that's what I've done. So we'll see if that works this year. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board with some research and we'll go from there. This is my peach tree. it has actually started to show some yellowing in some of the under leaves, but it looks to be recovering from whatever was going on. Again, I think it was probably too much water. I did have a couple of peaches on here, but we had some pretty bad storms with some heavy wind, and so those peaches have fallen off. I only see, I actually only see one peach left. And let me see if you can see it. I only have one peach left. I don't know if that peach is going to survive. I don't know if that peach is going to survive, but I will keep watering and fertilizing this tree in hopes that it will, and maybe I can taste one of the peaches this year. If not, then there's always next year. We're not going to give up. This bed has a ton of things in it that are starting to yellow. And this bed is in full sun all day. It has some corn, some tomatoes, some roselle, some basil that looks like it's going to seed because it's so hot. Let's see, some sunflowers, some lemongrass. We kind of have a variety of things over here. My tomatoes seem to love it. They are doing absolutely fine. I do have some Italian sweet basil that seems to be fine over here. And I'm thinking maybe I should have planted it in the bed over there, because those beds over there get shade in the afternoon from the house. The sun goes behind the house, but it still shines over in these beds. So it doesn't get much. This bed doesn't get a break. It gets full sun until the sun goes away, which it is about, it's about 7 o'clock now here in Tennessee. And so the sun is kind of playing peekaboo behind the clouds and getting ready to go away. So I am, of course, racing the clock to get all of these beds watered, because I do not have irrigation. I have irrigation to this bed that I am watering right now, but I have not turned the irrigation back on because I wanted to give the beds a rest from having so much water while I was gone. So I've been giving them a rest between days and just coming out and deeply watering to try to help them recover from all of the water. These are my pear trees, and let me come over a little bit to show you. Oh, I think my pears have left. No. Okay, here we go. If you can see that, there's a pear there. There's one there. There's some under here. On this tree we have, let's see. We have this pear here, and then we may have a couple more. We have one here. They are actually hiding because they are all green. We have a red one there. We have several that are hiding under the leaves over in that area of this pear tree. But these are 2 or 3 year old pear trees. These are, I think, 2 or 3 year old pear trees. And they have been producing very well. This is actually their first year producing pears, and they have quite a few pears on their tree. So I'm hoping that they will stay. They have stayed past all of the storms that we've had. So I'm hoping that they will stay until they're ripened so that we can try some of the pears. One of them is an Anjou pear, and I can't remember, a Bartlett pear is the other one. So I'm hoping that we can get pears off of this tree because I love pears. This bed right here is a strawberry bed that I recently planted before I went out of town. It is the Ozark Beauty strawberries. As you can tell, some of my strawberries are doing well, and some of the crowns did not make it. They are supposed to be sending me some more strawberries, but I don't need any more strawberries. I had 50 that I planted in here, and a lot of them did not make it. They are sending me 25 more to replace the ones that did not make it. However, I'm going to gift those to friends because I have, as you can see, a ton of strawberries in here, and they already have runners. I have the red buckets have strawberries in them. And then I have if you can see, I have that grow bag and this grow bag here that have strawberries that I've taken from other places that have grown. And then I have 25 strawberries in that circle bed. So I do not need any more strawberries. In this bed, I have some sweet peppers, okra, and sunflowers. But I have this weed that is popping up that looks similar to mint, but I did not plant it. So I'm going to have to come out here this weekend. If you can see all these green, I did not plant any of this. And so I'm not sure what that is, but it's got to go. So I am going to be weeding this weekend as well as getting the irrigation set up so that I can just come out and fertilize when I need to, but not have to worry about the irrigation on any of this bed. They seem to be growing well now. They were a little stunted in the beginning because it got cool when I first planted them out. But they seem to be doing a little bit better. I appear to be missing a habanada and a Marconi, so I will come out and plant seeds for that to see if I have time to. We usually have a pretty long grow season, so I can probably get those to grow. My okra, since I've been watering it, seems to be trying to catch up. And this lone sunflower that is over here that germinated, I'm going to have to plant some more sunflower seeds, it appears, because I don't think that they have come up. This bed has green beans, a lone tomato, and some spaghetti and butternut squash that are growing along this trellis. I planted some calendula near the squash. I also planted a marigold, and for some reason I again have these weeds that are gonna have to come out of here. I did throw some dahlia seeds and some dahlias and what's the other one, zinnia seeds, but I don't remember throwing this many zinnia seeds, so I'm gonna have to do my research first. I'm gonna have to do my research and see what this is that's growing. But my beans have started to flower, and they seem to be doing pretty okay over here. I do see a few dahlias coming up, but we'll see how this bed does. In this bed, I have a god-awful amount of grass seed. I have some alyssum. I'm not sure what this thing is right here, this green thing. But I know that I planted, I think it might be calendula. I don't know. But I know that I planted some Swiss chard down there that's growing. You can hardly see it because it's being covered by the massive amount of green beans that I planted. And that's the way I planned it, for it to do that. My sweet peas and my sugar snap peas are almost done. I think it's becoming a little too hot for them. And so they are starting to yellow, and I am going to allow them to do that. They have given me plenty of peas, and so we're going to pick these peas and say thank you for the harvest and bring them back when it cools off a little bit more. This is one of my tomato beds, and they were planted earlier, so they are doing a little bit better than the other tomatoes that we saw. I'll need to come out and trellis these, but they seem to be doing perfectly fine. I do see some flowers on some of them, so hopefully we can get them going as well. This bed has exploded. I planted some basil, as you can see. Over here in this corner, I planted some parsley over there, and it is growing well. This is my cilantro that appears to be trying to go to seed, and I'm going to allow it. I do have some carrots that are now starting to pop up. My beets are looking amazing. I don't know, that looks like a carrot that's going to seed. I'm not sure what that is. I do have some Swiss chard over here that has become very tall. That looks, I don't know what this looks like, a Cosmo maybe, but I'm not sure. I'll have to take a picture of it. And I think that's it that's in this bag. Oh, and a lettuce that seeded itself. And some weeds that I need to get out of here. So, but this bed is doing amazingly. One good look. This bed previously had an old green plant that I was trying to harvest the seeds from, but I was gone too long. Excuse the plane. I was gone too long, and so the seeds dried out, and I'll probably have, here's the plant, I'll probably have greens popping up everywhere in the fall. Over here, I have a couple of weeds growing in, but I have spicy peppers, and they seem to be doing fairly well. Something is eating at their leaves, but I'm not going to worry about that part. It looks like they're putting on some flowers, and so I'm going to let them. I was trying to grow eggplant. I believe I'm in the wrong season for eggplant, and I have a volunteer green plant right there. Don't ask me. Listen, I don't know. This next bed over is some squash. I have some other plants right here that I don't know what they are. And then I have some of the same plants over here. I'm supposed to be planting this okra in the corner that you can see that is still in pots. I will be planting that out this weekend as well. I have some calendula along the front of these, and I don't know what these things are. They're not calendula. They look like calendula, but I know that they're weeds because they're in other beds. So I'm going to plant something right here after I pull this weed up, but I have not decided what. So if you have any suggestions, please give me those. Oh, look. Calendula is opening. How beautiful. These are my corn plants that I am trying again in the in the grow bags to see how to get these to grow. See if I can perfect that so that I can get more corn in a smaller space. I did 3 bags. One bag has a different variety in each bag. So it appears that the early gold bantam did not germinate as well as the others. This is one of my herb beds. I have some perennial and some annual herbs in here. They don't look too hot because they're in direct sun, but I am trying to water them as much as possible to try to help with that. This is the second bed. It looks a little bit better, but I think they're recovering from too much rain and then a lot of sunlight. You guys, do you see what I see? And this is actually, the camera I don't think is doing it justice. It is a vibrant orange and it is absolutely beautiful. These are my Asian lilies. I have some more that are on the side. I'm not sure what color those are, but I know this one is a burgundy color and I can't wait to see that one pop out. This is one of my grapevines, and it has loads of grapes this year. And let me show you the other one. And this one is a little bit slower behind the other one, but it actually started waking up a little behind the other one as well. So I think it's going to be slow to produce any grapes this year, but I do see grapes on it, so that's progress. This bed is my cucumber bed. It is full of a lot of other goodies, and the grass, of course, is trying to take over, but I'll remedy that. But this is my cucumber bed. If you can see, the cucumbers are in the back. They need to be trellised, and I will take care of that as well. But it is looking very majestic. Okay, guys, we had to cut it short because it started to rain. But here is, let me see. Here is a view of the garden from my deck.